sure we all have a lot of happy memories associated with Pokemon and, the game, the show, the cards. But there are some stories in Pokemon that are really messed up, and that's what we're going to be covering today. I just made a video about Pokemon's lonely atmosphere as a kid, specifically like at nighttime as a kid. But today we're going to talk about the straight up dark things. And a lot of the worst lore are hidden in places that most players walk right past. So let's get into it. This music you hear right now is the Lavender Town music. Lavender Town might be one of the first places where a lot of people realized Pokemon could actually feel like scary a little bit. In Lavender Town, there's a location called the Pokémon Tower, which is basically a graveyard for Pokemon. There's a story where a wild Marowak is living there with its child Cubone, and Team Rocket was stealing Pokemon fossils and rare bones from the tower. When the Marowak tried to protect his child, it was attacked and killed by Team Rocket members. The Cubone escaped, but the mother died protecting it. And after this, the Marowak's spirit remained in the tower as a ghost Marowak. Eventually in the game, you encounter the ghost Marowak, and after it's defeated or freed, it will stop haunting the tower. There's also the story of how Cubone has the skull helmet and the bone weapon. It's his mother's skull and bone. But also, this is all even more creepy when you consider how casually the game represents everything that I just said. But Lavender Town is not the darkest location we're talking about today, so let's get to the next one. The next place we're talking about is the abandoned, burned down mansion. It's the Pokémon Mansion in Cinnabar Island. So in the game, this place is an old abandoned research facility. It partly burned down due to an accident, which we don't really know fully about, but wild Pokemon now live inside the building. This place was originally used as a place for scientific research in genetics and Pokemon cloning. In the mansion, you'll find journal logs left by the scientists. The entries talk about a discovery of a new mythical Pokemon in South America named Mew, and it is described as extremely rare and capable of learning any move. But after discovering it, the scientists in the mansion began trying to clone Mew, study its DNA, and manipulate its genetics. It's explicitly stated in the diaries that they attempted Mew cloning experiments and they succeeded in creating a new life form. And the result of these experiments is the birth of Mewtwo. Mewtwo became extremely powerful and escaped containment. So basically, karma for that one. Alright, next we're going to talk about the old chateau ghosts. These left me terrified and confused as a kid. There's a ghost girl who briefly appears in a hallway, and a ghost butler randomly appears in another room. The game just never acknowledges any of this. There's no side quest and no explanation. Let's talk about the story of Genesis and N. Genesis needed a hero that could earn the trust of a legendary dragon. And basically to do that, he found an orphan child that he was going to manipulate and turn into this perfect puppet that he needed, right? Genesis kept N secluded in a remote castle and deliberately made sure that the only Pokemon he interacted with were previously hurt and abandoned or basically just mistreated by humans. Genesis was able to instill a deep hatred for humanity into N. He was brainwashed into believing that humans and Pokemon could never live together happily. And in the game, he's amazed to find that there are Pokemon that are happy with their trainer. And another sad thing is that after your victory over N at the Pokemon League, Genesis flies into an abusive rage, disowns N, and then publicly betrays him as a heartless freak after raising him into being exactly who he is, which he was never a bad person. Throughout the whole story, his empathy was just being misused by another person. Alright, if you guys enjoy videos like this, make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.